Hello, everyone, and welcome to another one of our demonstrations and conversations with potters at Andrea Fisher Fine Pottery in Santa Fe. I'm Derek Fisher, and I'm here with Kevin Naranjo, who is from Santa Clara, Pueblo, and he has been here for a little while today working on his beautiful scraffito pots. How's it going, Kevin?
It's going good. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing really, really well. So what are you working on today?
I'm working on a piece. I have a mule deer started on this side and then going on the border on top.
So you're using an X-Acto blade to carve into the surface?
Yeah.
That's called scraffito, right?
Yeah, that's what they call it, scraffito.
Yeah, and how did you learn how to do it?
I learned by getting my mom's pots that she didn't want and started scratching on those.
Yep.
And etching on those. But yeah, I made my own pots too. But I learned from watching her and also got inspired by Joseph Longwolf, the late Joseph Longwolf. Mm-hmm. He did incredible detailed work. Him and Paul Naranjo too. He did some nice, beautiful wildlife. So yeah, there were those guys that inspired me. Also, my uncle Art Cody and my aunt Martha, they also did scraffito and I remember being at my aunt's house, staying over the night to be there with my cousin Dino. We were going from the bottom house to the other house, and Dino got in the truck, and I got in the truck, and she handed me this. He didn't want to hold the pottery. My cousin didn't want to hold the pottery, but it was a bear fetish, and it was a nice bear fetish, and the thing was, it wasn't even wrapped or anything. It was just in the tray. And I remember her telling me, "Don't drop it." So I'm the one sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this bear fetish, and I was, looking, and it was some pretty incredible work.
Yep.
And so I said, "This is nice." And so I started doing bear fetishes too when I was like growing up, younger, like junior high, 5th, 6th grade. But yeah, I remember that was one of the things that have been etched in my mind, was being told not to drop the piece.
Well, that's good advice, not to drop the piece.
Yeah. And it wasn't even my mom.
Yeah.
It was my aunt. So yeah, there's a few potters in our family, and they're the ones that inspired me. My grandmother, she did the traditional painted black on black. My aunt Dolores, she did the painted red with the white. Her husband Alvin, he did the San Juan style with nice geometric design. So pottery it's been in my life since I was little. So yeah, I have to say I was inspired by a lot of artists. Not only that, I wanted to see what I could do, and even now I surprise myself sometimes.
So when you have a pot, do you have a plan for it before you start with it? Or do you just kind of go for it and the plan kind of emerges?
I have to say, sometimes I know what I want to do, and then like now during the fall and the winter, since we go hunting, I like to draw a lot of deer and elk. During the spring, I'll draw like hummingbirds and butterflies. Not too many, but I have, and I like the way they come out too. Summertime, I'll draw a lot of mixed stuff, but definitely wildlife a lot because I love to hunt and be out in the mountains.
So the piece that you're working on now, has it been fired already?
Yes, this piece been fired already. So it's fired with cedar wood and dry horse manure. That's what turns it black.
And so that means it's a really hard surface to scratch into.
Yeah, sometimes when it's cooked real hot, it gets like it might be like too hard to etch, but this piece is pretty good. I mean, when it's fired real hot, that's when they get real hard to etch, and then your blade slips. But I have to say this one's doing pretty good. It's fired just right.
Do you have a favorite design to do?
I usually try and always put our three traditional designs: the water serpent, the bear paw, and the eagle feather. Design the kiva step eagle feather. So those are traditional Santa Clara designs. So I was trying. So like I have one here. This one has the vanyu going, and then it has another one on this side. So this piece has two water serpents on it, and then it has the kiva step feathers here on the side. And I haven't put no bear paws on it yet, but sometimes I usually put the bear paws on the bottom. That's
And what does the bear paw symbolize?
He represents the protector of the land. The water serpent represents the protector of the water, and then the eagle feathers represent the protector of the sky. So we have like all three of land, sky, and water. Just
And
like.
how long would you say that you've been etching the piece that you're working on? If you were to guess, because I know it's a guess.
I have to say, probably for the past 3 weeks, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say, like right now I probably have like probably at least maybe 6 to 8 hours on it.
Okay.
But it'll be like working on this piece, and then I'll jump to this other piece, and then do something on there. When really this other piece, when I see something and I say I need to put it on, then I'll put this down and I'll go to that. But I work probably about, I'd have to say, 6 to 8 hours a day when I'm going at it. And then definitely have to rest.
Oh yeah, I bet it's hard on your eyes.
Yeah, I am on the eyes, but not only that, it's crazy now. I never experienced that till lately.
Until lately, we're all getting older.
Yeah, I'll be etching, and then all of a sudden I'll have to put the blade down because my hand will cramp.
Yep.
So that's something new. I don't like it, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Definitely something new happening here.
So I see you blowing on the pot as you're etching on it. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, to blow away what I'm carving away.
So you can see what you're doing?
Yeah. So I can tell when I have a real good work day because there's all the stuff that I etch will be on the cloth itself.
I'm just coming over here to adjust the camera. So do you have a favorite thing about making pots?
Making is pretty good. I like making, but I like polishing.
You like polishing?
Yeah, polishing's that's definitely a skill. And growing up, I would have to wait for my mom to polish to help me, and after a while I was shit, I can't wait for you, and I want to get my stuff done. So eventually I learned, and on polishing I have to say, my cousin Aunt Sharon Garcia.
It's just fine to come in.
She's the one that helped. Hello, how you guys doing? She's the one that helped me with a big piece one time, and she told me sit there. I'm gonna show you. You watch me. So I sat there and I watched her, and after that, I got more confident in polishing.
So do you have a least favorite part about making pots?
Firing.
Firing?
Because you're standing there and your stuff is firing and you're just hoping everything makes it and nothing pops.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like, I'll have to say it's like strenuous, or like it's like stressful. There you go. Yeah, because you're hoping all the work you put into the piece that it got to that point, yeah, that it makes it. Because I've had pieces blow into firing, and so I like firing, but because I know it's the almost the last process, but just knowing that something could happen is kind of stressful and kind of too intense sometimes. But after the firing's over and then you uncover the firing and you see all your pieces, they made it, that's a relief.
Nice. So do any of you guys have any questions for Kevin? You guys are more than welcome to ask.
What are you making?
I made pottery. This is pottery. So The pottery is made. This is the raw material. This is the clay. We get this from the foothills. So when we get this clay, it's like chocolate and it's wet. So we can't just put it in the water to let it, to break it down. We have to let it sun dry. And once it sun dries, then we could put it in the water. So I'd have like probably about a 5-gallon bucket of clay, and then add water, and then it'll break down. So once it breaks down, it's sifted through a 60, 80, and a 120 mesh. Those are the screens, and the screen fits on a 5-gallon bucket, nice and perfect. So it just dips down like a bowl. So we work the clay through the screens, and once all the clay is sifted, then we do the temper. This is the temper. It's volcanic ash, and this also we crush this up, or sometimes it's already like powder, but sometimes we have to crush it up too, and then we sift that through the same screens and get it real fine. So once we sift it, it looks like kind of like baby powder. It's real fine, and so it's the clay. It'll be real creamy, and so once we mix the two together, so it's like a 60% clay and 40% volcanic ash. And once we mix that, this is our clay when it's finished. So you could fill it. Take. Let's see. It's real fine, huh? So it's gotta be real. I mean,
Wow, so much different than the clay we found at the beach, right, guys?
Yeah, that clay was really hard. That clay was cake.
So the piece would be made hand coiled. So the piece will dry, and so when it's dried, it'll be stone polish. And so imagine the clay would probably see the red over there, that piece, and the tan. The clay, the piece would actually be dried like how this color is. The pottery would be dried like this, and then we have this red clay slip. This one's also sifted through the 120. Then the pieces. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, so this will be the piece right here. See the pot? That's getting ready to be polished. And then that's the red clay slip in the bowl back there. And then these are polishing stones right here. You see the polishing stones? So the paint, the slip is applied to the piece. You probably had to say like 4 to 6 coats, or just depending on when I feel comfortable that I'm ready to polish. So it's applying a little bit of pressure and going over the whole pot, then eventually giving it more pressure, and then after that, then more pressure, and then getting the shine. So I'll show you now. So they'll go into the firing red. They'll be red and shiny. You see it? They go into the and it's a homemade firing box. We make it out of out of the stovepipe. That's what I made this box out of. Then this is how the setup kind of looks.
So it's outside.
Yeah, it's outdoor firing.
How do you make the shape?
And then this is the firing itself. So, let's see. I use cedar wood and pine.
And the box is sitting under?
It has, it's elevated with tin cans. So the box is sitting up, and there's wood on the bottom, wood on the sides, and then I have a tin cover, and it's covering the top. So there's wood on top. And then at the hottest point of the firing, I'll put that tub around it. It doesn't have the bottom, but it's like it goes around the firing itself. So when it's at its hottest point, then I get the dry horse manure and smolter the whole firing. That's what smokes in black.
Tori did a school project about Maria Martinez.
Oh, really?
We're from Albuquerque, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Learning about that process.
Yeah.
To make it black. That's cool.
So that's what smokes it black. And then they'll come out like that. By forming the pottery, hand coiling it. See how that's how those came out.
How do you make it not black?
When you
make it brown?
when you use the just wood, and you just use wood and then take the pots out at the hottest point, that's when you'll get just red, like how they went in. But if you want them black, that's when you add the horse manure and kind of like suffocate it. Like you don't want no smoke coming out. You just want to make it smoke. Yeah.
What it's doing is it's starving the pot for oxygen. And so it's an oxygen reduction process that turns the clay towards black through and through.
Yeah.
And then after the piece is fired and you want to put oxygen back in the clay, you can use a blowtorch or a lighter or something along those lines and heat it up, and it brings oxygen back in from the atmosphere and turns it back towards its natural color. And these are Kevin's finished products that are over here, and you'll see that they have some tan spots on them, and that means that he re-oxygenated them. You're more than welcome to walk through it. It's okay. Yeah, it's just fine.
And don't touch it with your hands, okay?
Yep.
So that's what brings the red back. That's a two firing process.
You actually see a Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's the Bigfoot. I drew a Bigfoot on that one.
Little sense of humor there.
But yeah, it's I like what I do. So right now, it's what I'm doing is etching, and see, I'm putting the design on.
You're not done this
So you
year.
do the etching after you fire.
Yeah, so I could get the detail.
Yeah, some people do etching before, some people do it after, but generally it's a harder surface when it's
Thank
after the firing, and so you get a greater level of detail than you would if you do it before.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
sometimes
called
you do a
scraffito.
combination too, where you do some before and some after.
So what I'm doing is doing the design now. Where are you guys from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? That's where they filmed Rocky, no?
We were just on the Rocky steps.
Really?
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, too.
Artwork is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Right, Crossy, thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, you guys.
Alright, Carl, you're over here.
You're more than welcome to get close and take a look. All right, no worries.
Hello.
How are you today?
Okay, you?
Doing good.
That's good. Where are you from?
From?
Yeah, where are you from?
Huh?
You guys from here?
Well, she used to live here and moved to Texas back visiting, so we're just playing today
Oh, okay.
while she visits.
That sounds good.
So, which Pueblo are you from?
I'm from Santa Clara, Pueblo.
Oh,
It's about 26 miles north of here.
you know Susan Romero?
Susan Romero.
One of Joseph Lone Wolf's daughters.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know Susan now. Yeah.
I used to see Susan and Mike a lot.
Oh,
Seen them
okay.
a long time ago.
Yeah. I haven't seen them in a long time either. But yeah. What's her name was when I was growing up. His daughter, Rosemary, was our catechism teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I used to see them pretty frequently. Got her to do me a pot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess she had the right dad and aunt.
Oh, they do some nice work.
Yeah, they do. But
So-
you do too.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
okay.
Are you guys around for a while?
Visited me for about a week.
Well, you know what? At the different villages, they're dancing. Some of the places are like they've been dancing for till New Year's.
Oh, every day?
Yeah, I heard on San Juan just finished yesterday. They danced yesterday, but I think they're down south. They'll be dancing for a few days at different villages. Yeah.
This weather, or which one? Do you have
Oh,
any idea?
I think Cochiti is dancing on Sunday.
Okay.
This one young guy told me to go and watch.
Well, she loves the dances.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Appreciate you telling
Oh
me.
yeah, oh yeah. You're welcome. So enjoy your stay.
I always do.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You folks are welcome to get close and take a look. And then these are what they look like when it's all done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it takes quite a bit of strength too, because the piece is already fired. What do you do if you make a mistake, Kevin?
I guess, shit, I can't make a mistake, but
Do you have to include it as part of the design somehow?
yeah, but I'm glad most of the time I'm all right. But yeah, sometimes it happens. Like I'll be etching and even the blade is sometimes some blades will work good for a good while, and then all of a sudden the tip will break, or so I go through a lot of blades.
How many blades would you say you go through on a pot that size?
On a pot this size, probably about 6 maybe, and then sometimes a blade will do good and will do almost half the pot.
I'm going to try to reset the camera a little.
Okay.
Just so you know, but just keep on going. It's no worries, okay, Kevin?
All right.
Everybody will see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get it so that it will look a little better on the screen. See if that's a little better out there. Let's hope the
Oh.
setting holds. Do you have good enough light here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
If you have any questions or want to come around and take a look, you're more than welcome. Oh, it's fine. We are live on YouTube. Hi, mister. You're welcome to get close and take a look.
What a treat.
It's fun to see.
It's amazing.
And you don't wear any glasses, huh, Calvin?
no, not when I'm working. But yeah, I wear glasses when I'm driving, just to keep the public safe. I tried working with glasses after I had to get my prescription, but it seemed like there was like a glare on the piece or something, so it didn't let me see the piece itself real good.
sign off on the YouTube portion of this demonstration. But Kevin will be here in the gallery for a couple more hours doing his thing. We want to thank everyone out there for watching. We want to thank Kevin for being here. And thanks so much, and really appreciate you, Kevin.
Thank you for having me there, Derek.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. I hope you enjoyed working a little in the gallery. It's fun to
definitely.
not work in your kitchen, right?
Yeah. Well, I really enjoy it.
All right, well, thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you.